In this session, you'll learn how to plan ahead by obtaining and being able to share weather conditions and forecasts, creating a basic navigation plan, evaluating hazards and other environmental factors, and assessing conditions, including water temperature, wind, tide, and current, as to their favorableness for your voyage, given the distance and time of the trip.
You'll learn to advise passengers and crew of what clothes, equipment, food, and beverages to bring.
You'll plan to have the proper amount of fuel for the trip.
And you'll learn to alert a key contact person of your expected return time.
What problems are we trying to avoid?
Not being aware of weather conditions, failing to examine a forecast that covers the entire period of your trip, not checking actual weather conditions for consistency with the forecast, failing to create a basic navigation plan, not assessing weather conditions in relation to the wind and waves, tide and currents and body of water on which your boat will be operating, failing to evaluate navigation hazards and environmental factors that may be encountered during the trip, or overlooking potential risks or dangerous conditions, not advising your passengers and crew of appropriate clothing, sun protection, nourishment, or special gear to bring, failing to bring enough fuel to take you to your destination and back with a reasonable amount in reserve, and not alerting anyone on shore of your expected return time.
So, how do we do it right? First, make sure that you know the relevant weather conditions. Review a forecast to cover the full time plus reasonable extra time you'll spend on the water.
Next, check actual weather conditions for consistency with the forecast. Pay special attention to the hazards of hypothermia, drowning, and heart stress posed by cold water immersion. In water at 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, dexterity is lost in less than 5 minutes, exhaustion or unconsciousness occurs in 30 to 60 minutes, and survival time is just 1 to 3 hours.
Create a basic navigation plan with key waypoints that you will use going from major point to point during your trip.
Then assess the weather and especially the wind, waves, tides, and current in relation to the openness of the waters on which your boat will be operating. And lastly, be aware of navigation hazards and environmental factors that may be encountered, and if necessary, postpone your trip.
When conditions are favorable and you're planning to get underway, let your passengers and crew know the type of clothing to wear and any special gear to bring, as well as food and drink.
Use the rule of thirds to plan your fuel allocation. 1/3 to get to your destination, 1/3 to return, and 1/3 to have in reserve.
File a float plan, which can be handwritten or texted with a family member, friend, or neighbor, indicating your planned route and expected time of return.
With practice, you'll regularly plan ahead by obtaining and being able to describe weather conditions and forecasts to your guest. You'll create a basic navigation plan. You'll evaluate hazards to navigation and other environmental factors and assess conditions, including water temperature, wind, tides, and currents, as to their favorableness for your voyage, given the distance and time of the trip. You'll advise your passengers of appropriate attire and provisions. You'll plan the right amount of fuel, and you'll file a float plan.